Welcome back to Scrapyard Guys. Rodstronic here. This is going to be the first video in a series where I take a look at the different types of gear you can buy in the game and perhaps do a little bit of a deep dive on the stats that they apply or how they work, and maybe answer some of the common questions that seem to crop up all of the time when it comes to these weapons and how they interact with enemies and potions and oils and things like that. First up on this list is the Manticore Armour. But before we get to the Manticore Armour, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who's liked and subbed. I also want to highlight the fact that I now have a join button. So if you're new to the channel, you'll see a little join button beside the subscribe button. This is essentially a sort of membership where you can get access to certain perks. I like to think of it as if you saw me in person out walking and you said, hey, I liked Raj's videos, I'd love to buy him a coffee. Well, this is your way that you can do that. If you don't want to do that, that's no problem. Just keep watching the videos. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. So without further ado, let's get into the actual topic. What's really important when you're buying new stuff is how it looks. So let's take a look, shall we? This is me in my bog standard Adept's armor. So what we do is we navigate our way over to the Manticore Armor. Automatically applies a white gold potion before each fight, increasing the effectiveness of other Witcher potions by 100%. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but let's equip it and see what it looks like. Ooh. What we can already see is it's got a little bandolier across the shoulders for your additional potions, which I like. It's also got an extra thick belt buckle for some reason. Look how big that belt is. Wow. It's got to do some lower back support there for deadlifts or something. I don't know. We have our knife on the right hand side, which is cool. We've also got a little hook on the left hand side for the heads of the monsters that we capture. All in all, kind of cool. I'm looking forward to, if the game starts adding some more customization, maybe changing up some of the coloring and stuff on that, but that's a video for another day. Alright, so before we actually look at how it works, we need to look at sort of the baseline stats that our weapon does and then how that influences further. I hope you guys appreciate the work I've put into this video because my mind has been blown with the maths involved in this game. I'm going to put some formulas above my head as we speak and we'll take it from there. Also a good thing to know is I actually baited this Nemeton, and this Hermit Arrakis, I have beaten the crap out of it. Now it's killed me multiple times, but I've been beating the shit out of it for about an hour right now to figure out the maths on this. It's worth noting that this monster is susceptible to strong attacks. Your baseline damage for strong attacks is 75, and that does not change no matter what level you're at. But what you'll find yourself doing is, in the skill tree, one of the first things you'll start investing in, if you check out my other videos, is strength training, and that will increase your strong attacks by up to 20% once it's fully maxed out. So my baseline on a sword that the monster is not susceptible to is 90. But the trick here is all of the percentages are applied to the 75, not 90. So first of all, let's have a look at what we do to the monster with a sword that's not susceptible to. So I'm going to actually actively pick a silver sword. So I don't want to be doing that additional bonus damage. So silver sword, no potions, nothing else, and we're going to take a few swings at it. And essentially what we're going to see is there's my 90 base damage that I do. That's my 75 plus the 25 plus the 20% extra that I do due to the skills that I've chosen. Now that we've seen what the baseline is, now I want to apply some potions before we apply the Manticore Armor to see how it affects. So if we apply Thunderbolt, for example, we should be doing 33% extra damage. So how that's calculated is, and I had to do a lot of maths, and big shout out to Bon Jovi on the Discord for helping me figure this out, because for some reason I was just getting the maths all wrong. I'm going to read it so that I don't get it wrong. I've said this wrong like 50 times on this recording, but you'll never see that. 75 times 1 plus 20% for the skill set, for the additional skills that I've invested in heavy attacks, plus the 33% of Thunderbolt, which should give me, it's actually 114.75, but should give me 115 damage per swing. This is before applying anything else. So this is Manticore. So there's the 115 damage. So I've gone from 75 to 90 to 115 by applying the Thunderbolt potion. So again, see you in a little bit, Mr. Arrakis. We'll be back, don't you worry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply our Manticore Armor. Again, we are not going to apply any, we are not going to use the vulnerable steel swords. We're going to stick with the silver sword because I want to stick with this baseline. So now, what this does is it applies a white gold potion, which means all other potions are now 100% more effective. So if I apply a Thunderbolt to this, I am now going to say plus 66% increased damage, I should be swinging for 140 damage. Again, I'll put the formula above me right now to show you how I'm getting this maths, but this is theoretically how this should work out. So let's hit Mr. Arrakis a few times and we'll see how we get on. It is Mr. Arrakis, yeah. Hermit Arrakis, excuse me. So now that I've applied all this, I should be hitting for 140 damage. Bingo. So now we can see the benefits already of applying this damage. Let's couple this again with a sword that the monster is actually susceptible to. So now we're actually going to apply a steel sword. I'm just going to use, I'm going to use my Witcher steel sword. We don't need the Care and it doesn't matter. But we're going to apply the steel sword plus the Gull plus the Thunderbolt, and we will see how it stacks on top of this. So with the additional 33% that our the monster is vulnerable to, we should now be hitting for 165 damage total. Okay, it's actually saying 164. My math said 164.97, so maybe I'm miscalculating or using too many decimal places or something. I'm not 100% certain what went wrong there, but we can see how the damage incrementally stacks up the more it works out. This is why Manticore is one of the best. Now, I'm only using one potion. I've unlocked one additional potion slot, and that is one thing. If you've seen my other guides, you need to have other potion slots unlocked at level 15 and at level 25. I've actually unlocked the other two, so that means I can apply a second potion again to get that 100% bonus. Okay, so now that you've seen how the maths works around Manticore Armour, you can see the value it brings. If you apply this this logic to the other potions that you have available, so for Swallow, for example, we now have 2% vitality returning per second. With Swift, we now have 100% additional health. Wolverine, obviously increasing all damage by 100% when the player, so get below 50%, and now we're increasing all our damage by another 200%. Petrie's Filter, increased sign intensity by 200%. Cat, obviously dealing damage by 75 by 150%. Again, it's such a cool effect for Manticore Armour, and I highly recommend it. If you've bought your Silver Sword and you've got some expansions, again, you'll see guides to what I recommend you buy, but Armor I recommend is sort of the third thing that you buy once you've ground out enough gold, and Manticore should be right up there as one of the top armors to get. I hope this video has been insightful. Please let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do other kinds of videos like this on any other gear. I'm working on a few as we speak. As always, thank you so much for checking out my stuff, for the likes, the subscribes, the kind words. I'm really enjoying this game. Stay tuned to the channel. We've got some good stuff coming, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have the time, feel free to check out the other videos you might see on screen right now. Also, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you want to see more good content like this. That good content may not be that good.